All right, troops, welcome to the Action Elite. My name is Owen. Welcome, J-Man, John, and Charlie. How are you?
What's happening?
Good.
And Stephen and Sean couldn't make it tonight, so it's just going to be the four of us. So this probably won't be that long a stream, but who knows? We can talk a lot of shite, so we'll see how long it goes on for. So first of all, I just want to say rest in peace to Tom Noonan, Kane from RoboCop 2. Absolutely devastated to hear that because me and the news were just talking about him literally yesterday at work and just talking about how much we love RoboCop 2. And that, that steelbook I've got, which I showed you, Jay. Remember that one?
That's an awesome steelbook,
beautiful,
man.
and it looks great on 4K as well. And we were just talking about it and just saying like how great he was as playing a villain, because he would always be sort of quiet and calm, and I always love villains like that where they're not like shouting. And yeah, it's a terrible loss. So rest in peace, Tom. You will be sorely missed.
You look pretty scared to me.
He was brilliant in Last Action Hero.
Oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. So, so I'm away next week. It's my birthday on Monday, so I'm going back to Scotland this weekend to see my mommy and daddy and my brother. So we'll have a break for a couple of weeks. But whenever we come back, we're going to be discussing Knockoff because that's just come out on 4K. So we need to have some Van Damme. It's been at least 2 weeks since we've talked about a Van Damme movie. That's unacceptable.
I know. What's wrong with us?
Yeah, exactly. But although there are some people out there who aren't fans of Van Damme for some reason.
Shut up. No, there's
Didn't you want to do Derailed at some point?
Yes, I do want to talk about that at some point. We will do that. But I've just got the shiny 4K, and I want to review it, and we'll talk about it. So,
did you? I also grabbed Double Impact.
Did I get them? They'll arrive on Friday.
Mine came together at the same.
I just ordered it today, though. I didn't know it was out this week, and then I got a gift card today, and I was like, I'll just get Double Impact on 4K for that then.
Well, there you go.
And then I got The Visitor, which has nothing to do with action movies, but anyway.
Okay.
I heard that's one very good 4K though. I was watching. Earlier, and they said it was really good. Knockoff will be in a couple of weeks, and then Stone Cold, because Ronnie has requested we talk Stone Cold. We'll do that after. So that's just going to be a love fest, but whatever. We're there for that, so that'll be fun. So anyway, so tonight we're talking Crying Freeman. Now, you're probably thinking, why do you want to talk about this? Like, lots of people haven't even heard of this movie or seen it, but sometimes I just like to talk about something obscure. I don't even care if nobody even watches this or whatever. It's just something for us to talk about. I like Mark Dacascos. I think he's one of the most underrated action stars of all time. I think he's very charismatic on screen. I love his movies, and I think this was the first movie of his I saw. It was like this and Drive were sort of the main ones, which I watched in the 90s when they came out. And I always liked this one because I always felt that Crying Freeman just felt kind of like John Woo light. You got the slow motion, and I think there's some double gunplay, and it's just very stylish and great sword fights, and the action is great. Mark Dacascos is awesome. I totally forgot. Is that Ron Perlman dubbing over Checky Cario?
Yep. They didn't want his French accent. They didn't want him to use it as.
I thought I was losing my mind.
So did I.
And his wife is dubbed. His wife is
yeah.
I read that after. I didn't watch anything or do any research before I popped this thing in. And he had popped on screen, and he barely talks.
Yeah.
And then I reached over to grab something off my desk, and he talked, and I went, "When the fuck is Ron Perlman?
Who's that?"
What's Hellboy in this?
Yeah, and for the longest time, I didn't put it together. It was him. Yeah. And then I started watching, going, "It's fucking Ron Perlman." I gotta be going crazy.
Within seconds, I was like, "That's fucking Ron Perlman." I know that was Ron Perlman. He has such a distinctive voice.
It blew me away, man. I was like, God.
And we just watched. What was the one? Hey, Al, what did we just? We just watched. What the heck did we?
Kiss of the Dragon. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, he's French.
Yeah, so we just watched this.
All of a sudden.
What the hell was that?
At least I'm not the only one that thought he was going insane.
Well, that was so weird, dude. I was I'd never seen this. I was like, what is happening here? Is there something wrong?
But I think it says that Julie Condra, who plays the girl in it with the sexiest narration voice ever.
Sexiest everything ever?
I mean, my God, and she's not a little mini skirt at one point. It's like, that was good. Now I haven't read the comics order with Jay. You have, so that's why you were going to go next, because I want to hear
Sure.
your thoughts on that and how it goes. But yeah, I do enjoy the movie. I really wish it would get like a proper 4K or release. I think there's a 4K overall that I was looking for. I'm going to hunt it down. There's 4K.
And you sound like you're underwater, to me at least.
Okay. Just then, like,
you guys, are you guys hearing him okay, or is
he was going in and out there?
You're going in and out there for a minute, so we missed like the last 2 sentences.
I'm just talking shite anyway. So
there it is. You're back now.
You're back now. Yeah.
Never mind. I've even forgotten what I've said. So Jay, continue.
Okay, so yeah, I never read the manga on this. There's other adaptations of this movie. I liked this movie. I like Mark Dacascos. The girl is very attractive. I like the bad guys. I like the story of it. I went and read the first like 50-ish pages, which if there's time at the end, I can share the screen and actually show it to you because I have it on digital. My wife is more than halfway through the completed story. It's 5 tankobon volumes, so they're like hundreds of pages each. So it's like about 2,000 pages. From what I read, the beginning is like exactly. I'll show you the beginning when we have time at the end. It's exact. Yeah, I like this. I like this movie. I thought it was pretty cool. This is one where I almost wish they just had a bigger budget. It's just sort of like everything's just a little off. Like if they just had a little bit more money, they could have done a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like the concept's it's a very high concept thing. It just, I would have liked a little bit more. But what they did with what they had was awesome. The tattoo's cool. I really like that he just like follows the exact mission, and it has all the tropes of like these mangas that continue on, where it's like all of a sudden there's all these factions, and then within every faction there's guys doing things, and then even within the factions there's other guys doing other things. So you're like, okay, I gotta get all this straight. Like, who are these guys again? And like, what is that? This movie, I guess the negative is that it needed to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the problems with adapting manga, is that mangas, the chapters are not like American comics. Like Days of Future Past is 2 comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Like Days of Future Past. Oh yeah, it's this epic thing. No, it's 2 comics. It's 2 comics. So that could be easily done.
Civil War was one.
Yeah, Civil War. Well, Civil War was the problem with Civil War is that it was spread out amongst other titles. It wasn't just contained.
What am I thinking of? No, Age of Ultron. Like
Age of Ultron. Yeah, that was probably a mini series. I think.
I have that somewhere. I think I have these.
Yeah, so it's a mini series collected into a trade paperback. Like those, when someone says graphic novel, that's not a term. They're just comics that someone shoved them together and said, "Here, look, now it's one."
Like, to try and hide people who don't want to use the word comics because they feel embarrassed.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. Watchmen is a comic book. I have it. The original comics.
Right.
That's a comic. That right. G.I. Joe came out. The other G.I. Joe came out today as well. Anyways, so yeah, no, this movie's cool. Yeah, Mark Dacascos is awesome, especially like when he's with the girl and he's on top of the door and stuff, and the way they do
that's
it.
My favorite scene. That's the one I always remembered. That's the one thing I remembered about the movie. Yeah,
I love the disposing of the weapon, where it's like, and then it triggers. So it's like there's no evidence. Everything is very clean. I like he's like clean, precise, like just sharpness. And it's like, get the mission done, get out. And also, I'm not sure if they said this in the movie. You guys can tell me. It's a Chinese gang, but he's Japanese. Now I know they say he's Japanese.
Other way. He's fighting the Japanese,
but he is Japanese.
He's part of the triad, though.
But no. In the comic, it's a Chinese gang that get a Japanese guy.
Okay, then they must have breezed over that in the movie. Then.
I think in the movie they say his name is Yo, right? And that's a Japanese. So they're Chinese, but he's Japanese, and this is a major thing. Rewatch the movie and think this through, because he's now like is fighting his own people, right? Like, so he can infiltrate. I know it's like in America, and in Canada, we're kind of like. We're not saying they're the same, but you know what I'm saying? Like
we get the trope of can't tell,
can't tell, right? Yeah. It's like, I can't tell. And I don't know what Mark Dacascos is in real life either. I didn't really look it up.
He's like Hawaiian. He's part Hawaiian.
Yeah. So he passes.
Yeah.
So he's passing for Japanese, right? But in the story, it's a Chinese gang. It's the 108th Dragons, and they kidnap this guy. and they force it's just like they showed in the movie, and they force him to do the murders and stuff. So that's kind of cool. It is mentioned in this movie. He does have the Japanese kind of he has like the Chinese tattoos, but Japanese guys also have tattoos, and the other guy had tattoos. So I think that guy's the Japanese version of that guy. So it's cool. There's so much going on. I could see people being confused because I was a little confused, but I bought into the world of it and just was excited to see what was being given to me. This is one of these movies where I watch it and I don't take away that, oh, there's a lot of things I didn't get or this is weird. I took away from there's probably a lot more stuff. I'm going to go look it up. I liked it to then say, let me go look this up and see what did I miss. Not, I didn't like it and I don't care if there's more because I just didn't like it. So I thought this was a really cool movie. I would definitely get this if it comes out in any. I mean, we watched it's on YouTube, I think, and I watched.
Yeah, see, that's where I watched it from was YouTube, and the problem was like I used to have it on VHS, and damn it, I wish I still had it, but because when I watched it on YouTube the other day, it doesn't have any subtitles during the scenes when they're not speaking English.
Neither did mine.
I don't either.
I got this version.
Yeah, that's like somebody just put it on DVD just to put it on, basically.
I got this back in the day on eBay, man, because it wasn't available. So yeah,
at least you have it.
Did it have subtitles, John?
Yeah,
Probably.
Japanese subtitles.
So no, but see,
they're speaking Japanese, and I'm like, God damn it, I still don't know what the fuck they're talking
about. No, but I can tell I'm getting pretty good at deciphering Mandarin or Cantonese versus Japanese, and the Japanese guys are speaking Japanese, and they're speaking Chinese. That's one of the clues. And then his name is Japanese. They do say this for sure in the movie. They say it's like, oh, that's a Japanese name. That's supposed to be, and then they're speaking Chinese, like either Cantonese or Mandarin. That's supposed to be a trigger to someone who would know to be like, oh wait, that's weird, right? Like what's going on there? That there's this whole duality thing going. Because right now, where my wife sat, he became the leader. So he is now. So the Crying Freeman is the leader of that Chinese gang. He became the leader, and now there's people saying, "Hey, why is this Japanese guy taking over our thing?" So now that's where she's at right now. So she's actually she reads like. I'm reading 400 comics. You guys see my live streams. I have to read 4 or 5 Avengers comics, He-Man comics, Fantastic Four. So I can't read everything, but so she's like right into it. Anyways, that's all I'll say. It's a cool movie. I really enjoyed it.
I finished by the way, the Matthias Hughes book the other day. So whenever I get back from holiday, I'll meet up with you, Jay, and I'll give you that and the Air America Blu-ray. So
yeah, and I'll give you
the merchandise.
Yes, and then once you read Fist of the North Star, at least Volume 1 that I got you, we can maybe even do Fist of the North Star as
talk about that, and then we'll watch the Gary Daniels movie and discuss that as well.
For sure, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it since I've read it. So now I could be that snob and be like, this isn't like the comics. And I may have done that 1 or 2 times in my life, 1 or 2 times only.
Yeah, certain people can be very insufferable when they do that.
Well, what are you gonna do? This is what you paid for. This is what you've invited me.
This is what you get. This is what you
want. No, Owen hasn't seen that yet. He doesn't. Right. He hasn't seen that. But yeah, you asked. Let's do Rambo. You asked me. I didn't ask you. You asked me.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention Byron Mann is in this. I love Byron Mann. He is awesome. Like the scene whenever he and Mark Dacascos have like the shades on and they're like pretending to whatever they're doing because they don't know what they're saying. But you figure that you kind of work out what's going on there, trying to pay homage to him, whatever, and make a deal, whatever. And it goes wrong, and then they try and kill him. But they just look cool as fuck in that scene, and I was like, I will never look that cool. And like I love Mark Dacascos' little fake mustache and everything,
and the way they did the pills and stuff. That was super cool too. Yeah.
That was
and
awesome.
then Ray Don Chong is in this. I forgot about for like. Whatever. I mean, well, probably like half an hour, but first act to kill or whatever. But
I feel like the movie was probably chopped up quite a bit.
Guaranteed.
Like Christoph Gans, who directed it, he also did Brotherhood of the Wolf, which is like an amazing movie. Once again, Mark Dacascos again.
That's Mark Dacascos' best. I think I'd have to go through his filmography, but that's probably his best for me. Like that Manny was the best.
I think Drive is probably my favorite of his. Though I know he's done a lot of good movies.
He's in a lot of he's in a lot of
Only
movies.
The Strong is good too. So
Double Dragon. I mean, it's goofy, but it's fun.
I like Double Dragon. I don't know, it's fine.
Because I got the DVD for $5 in Walmart a while back, and I was like, oh, I want to watch that. And then I realized on the DVD there's actually a typo on the cover of it. I can't remember what it was, but it was IT apostrophe S, and I was like, no, there's no apostrophe there. It's not. It is.
Oh dear, that's an easy one. Everybody knows.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's kind of a collector's item. But yeah, so no, this is a fun one. The music was cool too, very stylish. But I would love to see it, like I said, on 4K where it's properly updated, because there's a lot of style to it, and I just think having it remastered, because like the YouTube quality of it's crap. And I want it with the proper subtitles and everything, and maybe get rid of Ron Perlman's "Sorry Hellboy," but this is not your movie. I want to, because Checky Cario was a great voice. I mean, God, he was in Bad Boys and Kiss of the Dragon and all that. And I was like, why couldn't you have him?
And that was a decision that the director made, because he's like, he sounds too French, and it's not the character we wanted. I read.
I was like, then why did you hire a French guy?
That's kind of my thought. Like, go get Ron Perlman. It worked fine for this.
If you want Ron Perlman, why didn't you hire him?
Probably would have done it. It's kind of a juicy role.
This is like 95. What was he doing then? He was off Beauty and the Beast for a while now.
Yeah. He was doing Body Armor with Matt McCollum at the time.
So he was free.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think I've said enough. And Jay, do you have anything else? Or
we let everyone go, and then we can chat. We can expand, because I've got lots of notes, but we'll expand after everyone's gone.
That was just like basic thoughts. Yeah, John, what's your thoughts on this one?
This is just another John Love Fest, because I love this movie. This is like, I remember, because there was a lot of promotion in this in the martial arts magazines at the time, and again, I was heavily into martial arts because I was teaching and running a school at the time, and I remember waiting for this movie to come out, and I'm like, where the fuck is this movie? And then because I knew him from American Samurai, and even though his acting is kind of like really over the top in that movie, I still love that movie, and of course,
I still love that movie too.
He was that's a great movie. That's a
I know. He was in Angel Town for like 2 minutes. He got beat up in that alley, and but I was like, I was starting to get into, and of course, Only the Strong and everything. I'm like, where's Crying Freeman? And I did see some of the anime at the time. I didn't read any of the books or anything, but I did see some of the manga. So I was like, I can't still to this day. If you guys Google it, like, I don't know why this wasn't released in the United States until 2018. And Amazon put it on.
It never got a proper release.
So I went on eBay and I found this. The back's even Japanese. Like, it's and I was like, but at least I was like, you can't. You don't even understand how excited I was when I found this on eBay, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So I finally got. I love it. Like, I think it's one of his best roles. This is kind of like a fever dream of a movie, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
exactly.
There's a lot of it. It's not mainstream. Like, like if regular people went to go see this movie, they'd probably be like, and it does kind of lag, a little bit like in the middle and everything, but I'm not bored with it when I'm watching it. But he's phenomenal. I love the character. I love how, how he's, hypnotized into being an assassin, and then he keeps to keep one shred of humanity by shedding a tear when he killed. That's just that's just great. So symbolic and everything. And of course, he met his wife Julie Condra, who I would have married her too if she wanted to, like if I was in a movie with her. But she was dubbed too. We were talking about him, Ron Perlman. Yeah. They Christoph Gans wanted a more sensual voice, and I guess she didn't have one. I don't know. I don't remember what she sounded.
I didn't realize she was dubbed.
But Deborah Unger, I think, was the one that dubbed her voice.
That would make sense. She always had a sexy voice. Yeah, that makes sense.
She did. Well, yeah, the voiceover, you're just like, I love you. It's like when you're watching it. But Byron Mansell, the only one pet peeve I have is him and Byron didn't get a face off, because obviously, they were at odds and everything. He did get some gun fu action there before he got wasted. But just the action, like I said, it's like a little John Wick-esque if you watch it. Like there's a little bit of that mixed with John Woo, and I guess. And the ending is just flat out fantastic. I mean, like they come to the his little shrine, Then I love when he hits, he hits them and he opens it up.
All the weapons, because of course.
And why wouldn't you have an M16 with an M203 on it? Like, let's go to town, let's blow some motherfuckers.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. And he's shooting guys, and then it's like, where's the martial arts? It's like, there it is. And then he's like, he's doing his horror. Oh my God. And then this is how you shoot martial arts action choreography. You have one guy on each side. They have swords and they're slicing with the swords. He's doing a horizontal spin between the swords as they're slicing through the air. I'm like, this is just pure martial arts action cinema. And it's just, the choreography is awesome. He looks, Drive is probably his best Western martial arts film in terms of the choreography, and it's just insane and everything. But I think he looks the best at the end of this movie in that finale. I mean, I'm not going to go on for long. It's Christoph Gans. Like, this was his directorial debut, and I thought he did a phenomenal job.
It's a hell of a debut, yeah.
Exactly. And I just wish that this movie had gotten a proper release and had more love. And, you know, because I'm going to go online because, like, I broke this out. I hadn't watched it in years, and I'm like, it's watchable, but it's not like I need an upgrade. I got to find something better than this. And but I just like the plot. I mean, it's a little like you like J-Man, you said you're kind of like getting a little confused and everything, but it's just basically a hostile takeover movie. Like, you know, the Japanese just wants control of the Yakuza, so it's like everybody's like, you know, betraying everybody, and then he's kind of like in the middle as an enforcer and everything.
I was able to follow it. I was just saying I can tell that some people might be like, well, I'm used to like many things going on in these manga adaptations, so I know that okay, this scene might only be 5 minutes, but it's vastly important, right? Like it's not, there's no, you can't turn, I never turn away anyways. Like, Owen knows, like I watch, like, you know, but like you can't turn away. Like, like some movies you can turn away a little bit, but like this one, it's like, no. Did you see what you just said? Hold on. Did you catch that? Rewind. Okay, cool. Like if you missed something, because they're only giving you a little bit, right? This movie's not very long. It should like
100 minutes.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 46. And then another pet peeve is Ray Chong is underused. Like I love her at the time, and it's just like, why have her? Like put anybody in that role.
She wasn't great.
Role was a total nothing role.
So, but I could go on all day. But like I said, it's an awesome movie. I wish more people could be able to see it, and more people are. As it's, you know, it's hidden streamer. So, like, where'd you see it, Owen? Did you watch it on?
I just watched it on YouTube. Yeah.
Did they have subtitles?
No, so I didn't know what the fuck anybody was talking about.
So it's the same. Yeah, so there's no subtitles. I can see it because mine had. It was funny. Like I said, I told Charlie, like, it's actually Japanese subtitles on the bottom of the screen.
That's fucked up.
It's through the whole movie. Like it's all dubbed in Japanese. It's all subtitled in Japanese. But yes,
I even Googled it. I tried to Google what they said, and I could not find anyone that had it.
I don't think there's a version out there where there's any type of.
Do you think
English
Christoph Gans wasn't maybe not happy with the final version that was released, or whatever, and that's why he's not really pushed for it to get a proper release?
It kind of reeks of pseudo interference.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and I think that's why it had its issues never making it over to North America. But like I said, I can't even find out. Like all you see on the IMDb, it just says this wasn't released until 2017. I'm like, oh, okay, well, why?
Yeah. The problem is, the problem is that the manga, because it's all Japanese guys and all Chinese guys, it's very difficult because the Chinese names are sometimes difficult to decipher from each other, and they're difficult to pronounce for outside of China tongues, right? Like in North America, it's difficult. Japanese is a little bit easier because it's how it sounds, right? Akira or whatever, right? Akira or Akira, right? But like Chinese names, you see the way that they're spelled, and that is not, you know, Choi Hark or whatever. Like, we called them Sui or whatever, like forever, until I heard someone like literally forever, and then someone said,
literally until about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, his name's Sui Hark, right? And they're like, it's Choi Hark. I was like, right?
Huh? I knew that. What are you talking
about? Totally.
Yeah. So if you try to adapt that, you either just have to anglicize all of the names. Because how are you? I'm looking at my wife. Her only pet peeve with the manga is she's like, I gotta write the names down, and who's this? She's used to the Japanese ones because she's read a lot of Japanese stuff, but the Chinese names she's not used to at all. So she's like, I'm like, I don't know really how they work. I don't know that well. So she was just literally writing them down. So it's hard. It's hard to make this into an American. They did some other like foreign language versions of this story. So I think they did the best that they could. Like, I don't really know what else they could do. Like, either you don't make this movie or you make the movie we got. Like, I don't really know. And like, what's the guy supposed to do? Like, I understand the studio maybe is involved. Like, your guys are saying maybe the studio. But the studio doesn't know how to handle a movie like this, and the director's like, "Well, fuck, I'm doing like the best I can." Like, I don't like what
the fact the movie is as good as it
is pretty good. Yeah,
I think it's. I'd say it's some studio interference, but it's more of a studio lack of faith.
Yeah.
So, they were like, okay, let's put it out there, but we're not going to put a whole lot of effort into it.
There's no big market for it. Nobody's sort of like, oh my god, hurry up and quickly release this movie, and nobody cares.
It's niche. It's a niche audience. For
this. And it's only people like us who are our age who'd have even heard of it. But yeah, it's too bad because like I would love to see it in good quality. I'm going to hunt for the 4K because I think there is one somewhere, and if I find it, I'll send you guys a link. So I saw it on was it AV forums or something. And there's a review for it, so I want to keep an eye out for it. But before I go to Charlie, does anybody notice something different about me tonight for the first time ever?
You're wearing a
Superman hat.
I did not have my JCVD hat on because I couldn't find it in time. It's buried in my clothes. I was like,
well, see, we're used to it now because you had Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah, I got you got us all discombobulated now. We're like, wait a minute, is it going to be a different hat every stream?
I know it's going to be here somewhere. It's upsetting me greatly. I have tons of hats.
You have no idea how much you just triggered, though, because J-Man and I are married. John's been married before, and we've walked into the house with this question. Like, do you notice anything? You're like,
oh no.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, oh shit, I better
I love
come
your
up with
hair.
the right answer.
Have you lost weight, Owen?
Never say that.
I almost said that. I almost, and you got there's about a 5-second window between you don't know, right? Like it's like you better come up with something, or
Let's
you
go
don't
to your
know.
favorite restaurant tonight. What do you say?
You gotta be like, I gotta go take a shit. I'm done. I gotta talk right now. Take that time to think it through. What the fuck did I forget?
Actually, speaking of that, so, like I had actually no, I will be getting a trim this weekend though before I go away. But I have lost weight actually since last week because I was ill with that gastric thing. Yeah, it's not the kind of losing weight you want to do. But I lost 5 pounds in a week. And I haven't got my main appetite back. Like I've just been having sort of smaller things like yogurt and banana, and not been having like huge meals. I haven't gone out for meals or anything, and I kind of like it. I've not been having cereal in the morning, and I have a banana and a yogurt but my insides feel good with it, so I'm like, it's not bad. Anyway, nobody gives a shit. Anyway,
we're talking about gas and poo. It's
anyway, what?
On to Charlie. No. On to Charlie.
Put that down.
I'll follow that. That's great. 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes. I made it into this movie, and I had to stop because this is the best fucking 8.5 minutes I've seen in a movie in a long fucking time.
And it's exactly the manga. I'll show it to you after. It's exactly
you saying that made all the sense to me because I was like, I stopped it and I went, that was fucking phenomenal. The rest of the movie could suck. And I would just be like, I'll talk 30 minutes about this first 8.5 minutes. The fucking title, the credits.
Yes.
With that CG dragon in 1995. Looks better than some of the shit we get now.
They did that in the back then, like showed in a little Tokyo and Rapid Fire. They all these like cool like opening credits.
It's a big deal when they give credit to who did it in the opening credits. Like opening done by
that opening. I mean, it had a very like they were almost trying to pay a little bit of homage even to James Bond a little bit. It's going around the body and it's Dacascos turning around. The dragon transforms a few times. And then this opener with the girl painting, the gun chase through the woods, the stylized jumps, fights, the gunshots slowed down. The guy goes flying off of the cliff from getting shot. And I'm just like, this is fucking amazing. Like I didn't watch anything. I didn't know this was a manga. I didn't watch a trailer. I've never heard of this. Dacascos was in Double Dragon for me as a kid. And then I really only started finding out, like I know him from DNA. Which is just basically a ripoff of Predator and Alien and Robo War.
So many do martial arts in that movie. I was like,
I know. It's still fun. It's still fun. It's an awesome looking creature at the end too.
Yeah.
But I really, this movie grabbed me, boys. Like I'm surprised J-Man's kind of playing it down as much as he did because I got sucked into this. I could not turn away from this screen. There was no boring part for me. I was drawn in. My only negative is no subtitles. Yeah. I want to know what the witch was telling them in the cavern when they're having the meeting. I want to know what all of the Japanese clan members are saying in their meetings. And it's so wild that they go from that and then transfer to English seamlessly in the script and the dialogue. Radon Chong was completely underused and kind of a useless character. Don't really understand that one. Was shocked she died. Like that one, I was just like that car, dude.
Well,
that car accident where it takes that impact, and most movies would have stopped, but it then turns to a front shot and the car's coming at you. Then you're sitting in the car as it's flipping, and then it ends while it's on its top and then bursts into flames. I was like, that whole sequence right there is more than any movie usually does, especially for not a huge budget. I was blown away by it. The cinematography in this movie is just breathtaking. I loved everything. The practical sets, the Buddha statues where he has his own little like Fortress of Solitude in the jungle basically was just gorgeous. The art, her picture of him that she paints where he's holding the revolver, which I found out is from the manga. That's the gun he uses in the manga, but it looks fantastic. It's the art that should be on the page for the stream tonight. I was completely enamored with this movie. I was enamored with her. My God.
Oh, yeah.
Angelic perfection. He married her. He's good. And they're still married
to her.
They're still married. Yeah.
Three kids. Like, I was just like, holy shit. I believed every bit of it. Owen talked about him standing on top of that door. That was just great. Where he drops down on those two dudes. The one guy wearing bulletproof armor, but still got stabbed in the back. I mean, this movie's deep. Like, we could probably talk about just the nuances of this movie for 2 hours, like we do in Circle of Iron. Like, this could be a Circle of Iron movie. We could really dig into it.
Maybe if I read the full thing, we'll do Circle of Iron on it and go through it in a better way.
And whatever rip J-Man got for us, it was beautiful.
Like, yeah, I thought just no subs.
Yeah, I didn't go watch that because I had this. Maybe I should have gone and watched that.
You should have, because you still didn't get subs. I actually went onto YouTube thinking, oh wait, there's some closed captioning on YouTube. And I did was when it got to that point in the cave, I went, well, I really want to know what they said. I paused the movie and I went on YouTube and I skipped to that part and I went, there's nothing. Like, I only understand them saying Freeman. So I stopped it there and went back, but it's gorgeous on that rip. So there has to be a good version somewhere. Like, there has to be, if it's on that site as it is. Dacascos is naked a lot in this movie. I did notice that quite a bit.
There's a lot. I was just going through it now while you're talking. There's a lot of nudity. I found the witch part. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what she's saying, but like, there is a lot of nudity, and the girl gets a tattoo as well because she starts to join the thing too. So he's tattooing her in the manga. It's pretty awesome. I can give it to you guys if you want it. Like, I mean, I could put it up on.
I'm kind of. I want to learn more about like the lower.
This one particularly, like, I'm not normally into that stuff. I don't read manga. I don't read anime. This has me wanting to know more.
Yeah,
I'll give it. I'll put it on there. I have it on my private thing, so I'll put it on.
There's also something on Prime. It's like 2 animated seasons of this. I'm really tempted to watch that too.
Well, you know what? Watch that first, because usually the anime is almost an exact adaptation of the manga, so you don't have to read it, and it'll probably have your subtitles. It'll probably be English as well, so it might be easier to do. But I'll put it on if you want it anyways. Like, it costs me nothing to just go drag. Like, I don't care. But,
I mean, go ahead and do that, because like I said, I can't wait to watch this again. I just really want to know what they said.
Yeah, I just want a 4K of it with all the subtitles and everything.
Some special features too.
Like
something to show us like what happened.
Is it somebody cares about the movie other than us?
I feel I guess it's kind of the way, unfortunately, how it is. I feel like an outsider looking in watching this movie. Mm-hmm. Like we didn't get it till 2017. We're not supposed to. Those damn Westerners can't know our secrets of watching this thing. But I'm watching it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. John mentioned that there's a whole lot of influence you can tell that John Wick has that's based a little bit on this. I'm watching this going, man, there's a bit of a noir feel. Yeah. I would love to see, and I know manga's black and white, and that may be what this is. I'd love this in black and white, almost like a Sin City kind of feel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Actually, that could work. Yeah,
I think it would be amazing. I love that it's her voiceover over, the not really telling us everything, but just enough to kind of guide the audience as they're going. I love the dynamic between the two I forgot the other guy's name, but Mark Dacascos and the guy that's with him, but basically his overseer.
Byron Mann.
Byron Mann. Coy.
Yeah,
I like that, and I'm actually glad there wasn't a battle between the two of them.
Because they were friends. I kind of got that. He didn't want to. He's like, "This is my job. I've been asked to do this."
Yeah, but I know
because he's been helping
me.
Yeah. Well, we got that at the end though, and that ending is.
We did. We got.
It went from machine gun fights to sword fights.
Well, yeah.
I was like, I'm here for it. I thought
I wanted it longer. Can I get an extended scene of this?
Like, and then they even in One Piece, Zoro has the blade in his mouth. That's right out of this too. Like that's in the manga. Like that whole concept of having the blade. Like there's a lot of stuff that's been influenced. Fist of North Star as well. All those.
He throws it in the air, and he's just like it's in slow motion. He's killing other people when he's stabbing like this.
So that's right at a Lone Wolf and Cub. Like that's a Lone Wolf. That's actually one of Lone Wolf's special moves. He'll throw it up. Oh, no, sorry, he won't throw up. He fights this girl who throws the knife up and then runs forward to fight while it's falling. And he combats that by putting his son on his shoulder so it'll hit the kid. And that the reason for that is because the girl flinches. She's like, "Oh shit, it's a kid," and then she's screwed.
He used him as a shield. I've watched some of the Wolf and the Lone Wolf and Cubs.
I have the first two, I think, where it was called, is it Shogun Assassin? Yeah.
Shogun Assassin.
Yeah, Shogun Assassin 1 is a mixture of 1 and 2, and Shogun Assassin 2 is actually part 3.
Yeah.
So you have to buy them.
I know there's a box set. There's like a Criterion set, I think, of them, isn't there?
Yeah. So they were on HBO for a long time. They might still be on there. So that's where I was watching.
Get that box set. It's the goddamn box set. If you think that's good, that box set is 0 compared to the actual manga. But that box set is 10 out of 10 because the manga is 15 out of 10.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I know we want to talk a little bit more about it, but I am in love with this movie.
Yeah,
this movie blew me away. So high recommend for me, and I don't read this stuff, so that should say a lot. That I like just shit that blows up. Yeah. So this movie was awesome.
Before we continue, Scottish Geek Guy, if you're there, we're 2 men down, or if you're interested in joining, I don't know if that's probably a bit late where you are, but.
Come on in, Scott.
I'd love to have you on. I'll have 2 Scots versus the world.
Yeah.
If you're still there. If not, we'll have you on the next few weeks. Okay, but continue.
This is just like, because I got to talk to him a couple of times, but and it was one of those like 8-minute interviews for the movie I had to talk about. This is like a time when you want to talk to him about the making of this film. And get his perspective on it.
Oh God, that's exactly the painting from.
Yeah, look. She now here's the other thing.
That's exactly her.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Like we talked about perfect casting. That's
So watch now. So she's she's there painting. The guys are running.
Holy shit! Yeah,
they're shooting in the thing. He comes up.
You can tell because it feels like it's from.
Nice.
Yeah. So
he's
shooting.
Insane. Yes.
This is the exact thing. No.
I thought Superman jumps at him. That was so.
Yep. So he falls, and then watch. He even gets rid of the gun. So he blam shoots the guy right in the head. She sees it, goes down, and then it's like he sees her. It's like, oh shit. And in the dialogue, she says, "Oh, he'll come back to get me later," like because she's scared that he'll come back.
Yeah.
And she sees the crying. She's going to do the painting after.
She doesn't seem scared for that long, mind you. She jumps into bed with him pretty quick.
Well, there's okay. So here's the other thing. I know they couldn't do this in the movie, but she's also Japanese. That's why that's important. He's hunting down Chinese guys. He's hunting down Japanese guys, but she's Japanese and he's Japanese. So it's a little bit thing, but he can only attack the people that he's programmed to attack, right? That's the thing.
Right, yeah.
So she sees the crying. So you're a painter, right? Japanese, yeah, okay, talks. And then she goes back, and that's exactly her, and it's her birthday, doing the note. Mm-hmm. And then check this out, even the neck. So there's the painting. And look, the clay. See, he's at the airport. They open up the briefcase. What's that? It's clay. Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. This is crazy. I'm watching this movie. It's like, holy shit, this is exactly what I just read. I'm like, this is exactly.
That's exactly what he says.
He says, yeah.
And like, that's verbatim what he said to the.
That's a very faithful adaptation. Isn't it?
Yeah, good. Now this thing is like 2,000 pages. I mean, they're realistically, they're not going to be able to realistically do that entire thing. So they're gonna start truncating. Now I don't know. My wife will have to finish it, and then I'll try to finish it, and then if I'll show her bits of the movie, and we'll go back and forth because she's telling me that he's now the head of the thing. I was like, oh, what the heck? That's so
cool.
apparently
It been a trilogy if it had been successful, but because it kind of got no promo whatsoever. But like Scottish Geek Guy says, it was huge on VHS, and I remember the cover art with the blue sort of face with the dagger was so iconic. I remember seeing it in a video store all the time. That's why I ended up buying it. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, and you could see the guns in the clay.
Yeah, so he unwraps.
Right.
So they showed
driving.
They showed that he carries explosives and blows the gun up though himself, right? Like
so they updated that. They updated that to make it cooler. Like it
I like it. It felt very Mission Impossible-esque.
Yeah, this one he melts
the bottom of the clip and throws it. But it was
in this one he melts it or something. What did he do? He put some kind of like
it was it looked like C4 almost, and he had like a little wire going into it.
Yeah, what did he do?
It had a red light on the bottom of the
clip. No, but in this one he destroys it as well. See, look.
Right there.
Yeah, so see, he puts like some kind of crap on it and throws it, and then that blows it up.
And it blows so it's like C4. I mean, if he's a potter, he plays with all kinds of clay.
Yeah, so I look, something like that to make it modern is fine, right?
I had zero problem. I was just curious about how they flipped it back and forth, especially because I kind of like that in the comics he uses a 6-shooter. Like that adds an extra little layer.
That's kind of neat. And I guess that's Mako. Remember, Mako was in the beginning.
Mako was in this. I was kind of shocked by that, and also died pretty freaking quick.
Yeah, it was very small. That was the thing. There was like both him and Ray Dawn Chong had these like really sort of unceremonious roles. They were just like in for a couple of minutes, and then you're like, oh, okay. And I just got the feeling that there'd been stuff cut out, but I don't know.
Well, you see here, they're trying to make a deal with the cops. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then he's just going to get killed anyways. They're like, oh, he's going to start a gang war if we don't bust the guy, right? So that's these guys, these Japanese guys. You could tell.
I like that's kind of portrays how powerful this clan is.
Yeah,
I can walk.
It's amazing.
That dragon was
sick. The artness is sick. Yeah,
that's just insane. But I like this world it's building. It's like John said, it kind of gives you this John Wick kind of feel, where there's this other stuff going on that's way more powerful than even our governments and stuff like that. That's been going on for years and years and years.
Secret society.
Yeah, secret society. Well, they talk about
12.
Yeah, they talk about like there's only 5 of these dragon people that were let, which I'm guessing is what the old woman was. She's like one of the last of
she's
the clan that was killed by the monks.
And look, see the mask. Remember, he had that weird
mask was really kind of wild. I like that.
Right? See, he's going after them again, and he's got the mask. There's the driver to pick to pick him up. There he is, right there. Yep. This is look. What page is this? This is page 60. And it's like it's like all of this is right there. See, with the mask on, jumps, shoots them. Literally, the jumping.
Yeah,
they even had the jumping.
Brains being blown out the back of his head there.
Yeah. So I got to be careful because there's going to be nudity. So I'm gonna shut it down there.
Yeah.
Well, just because the stream will get shut down, so you don't want that.
Headshots are okay. Boobs are not.
Yeah, of course.
It's black and white. It's totally fine.
There's not enough blowback against the censorship in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit that you got probably get cancelled now because I swore. But like, the algorithm, you can't say this or you can't say that, whatever. It's like, unaliving themselves. Where we're like, really? Just say the words. Like,
I know.
I hate the kowtowing to these like evil corporations, but anyway, that's fine.
I wanted to mention a really thing, and that this is a Japanese manga. As soon as the grape part was about to happen, or sort of happening, then they framed him.
That was.
But
weird.
I love that he's like, oh, if I'm going to be framed for it,
I'm going to take my pride.
I'm going to may as well take care of some
penny,
business.
In for a pound, boys.
Right?
He wasn't exactly fighting him off, though. She was like, hanging on to
I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
I think that's where it blurred that line. And I think that's for the movie wise. I'm sure it was.
And was she like using ropes or something? She's like,
I couldn't tell. Were those already there?
Like,
were they hangers?
Yeah.
Like what? And then it's like she could. I like that she took control there for a little bit.
I like that a lot too.
And then the twist where she's actually trying to be the one that's in charge, because it comes down to whoever kills a freeman becomes the leader of this clan.
Yeah.
So this one guy that has the I'm going to call it an Oni mask. I don't know exactly what tattoo he had on his back, but he had.
It looked like it could be.
It's an Oni mask.
It's like a demon mask. Yeah.
Yeah. So they called him the devil, but she had a back tattoo as well. So it's kind of like a visual trigger to know she's seeking power.
Yeah.
To some degree. I love how they killed him. I thought that was cool as shit. They had his hand pinned to the wall, and then he drops the explosive magazine down his fucking pants, and then they drag it out a little bit till he gets that one shot into him, and then he blows up. An arm goes flying, a leg goes flying. I was like, that was awesome right there. The blood squirts that would come out from behind, like they would show the person dying, and you're looking at the back of their head, and then the blood spurt would go up. I was like, that I actually love. Not having to see it. It's a good, cheap way to do it, but it's effective.
There's the tattoo.
I actually like the movie one better. I like the movie one that it goes around him.
I think it does. I think it does, but they can't show it on the cover.
That's probably a good reason.
Like they're just not showing it on the cover or whatever. I don't want to.
Or it could have been the cover artist depiction of it for that.
Frank Miller did a lot of the Lone Wolf and Cub ones. Oh yeah, it's all the way. Oh, there's the old woman. I mean,
I want her backstory. I want to know what's going on there. That's the only thing that was like driving me up a wall, because they show her taking him by sticking him in the neck, and so we can put together things. But I want to know what she was telling his partner. Like, other than you're going to kill him, he's not listening. I got the gist, but there felt like there was so much more being said in that maybe even explained the lore a little bit.
Oh, there's the cop and the girl or whatever in the thing where they're teaming up. It's pretty much all. This is just truncated. I mean, you can.
But the gist of the story is right there, though.
It's there.
Good job. Yeah.
I like it. It was weird though, the Ray Don Chong and I never can't say the other dude's name, Ron Perlman. Like they only just met at the beginning of this. Like, he's going to be your boss, yada yada yada. But in that meeting, he hands her the matchbook. Go get her. Love ya. Go on, and then they're like buddy the rest of the movie. You know, it's just like that's a weird. I mean, if truncated is probably the right word, where it's just like so much was crammed into this little bit. But when we're used to Americanized action movies, right? We need to see that bond built a little bit better, but it was a little too quick for me on that.
Ooh, I really wish I really wish the movie was a bit more faithful, because Emu is nude quite a lot, and she's like doing stuff. They should have made this movie's trash. I'm sorry. I have to now. It's 0 now.
If you're calling it trash for anything she's in, you're wrong. I'm just gonna say right now, because it's the not seeing that made it even more steamy. When she's laying there with the leg out of the robe, and I'm like, you're just good. Like, what the fuck? Like,
maybe she'll be on here. Maybe she'll come to. Why doesn't she come to the Niagara?
The Comic-Con in June. Yeah, like
she should come to that one.
Yeah, I mean, we got Mark Dacascos and Dennis Rodman. I mean, fuck yeah, you're gonna get my autographed Blu-ray of Double Team.
There you go.
That's happening.
She might be there. They're married.
I like
she
Double Team.
Travel with him and be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, just go show up with them or whatever. Like, come on.
I read she was in Driver too, so she's one of the characters in.
Yeah, they did, and his daughter's in it too.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize her from anything. Like this, to me, this is like the first time I've seen her.
Yeah, me too.
But good Lord, man, angelic is the best word I can give it. She's captivating. That's probably the right word.
She's the woman, like you walk in through a door and she's there, and you could be like, I'd be like, I don't have a lot of money, but you can have it.
But seeing that manga, you know why she got cast. Like that was
absolutely.
That was crazy. Yeah.
It's insane. Like there's some good casting out there. That was perfect. Like
like the face and like the way they did the hair and everything. It's like exact, man. Like
attention to detail in this movie is like ridiculous. That doesn't get credit enough.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people need to watch this. Like if you're going to direct a film, there's certain movies you should be forced to watch. This needs to be on that list. Well, like, is it a perfect movie? No, but it does everything else right.
Well, then he got a bigger budget with Brotherhood of the Wolf, and he just went to town on that fucking.
Yeah.
He went.
Yeah.
CG sucks in that. Okay, I
It
love
does,
it. CG sucks,
Yeah.
and they kind of like Mark Dacascos needed more fight scenes.
Yeah,
I agree.
In that because he's
that's why it's
playing
not my favorite of
middle.
his. That's why
And
Drive is
he
probably my favorite.
deserved the fate. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, Manny dying was actually a blow. Like I saw that in the theater, and I was like, that sucks. Manny was so,
And then it's
when
the
he
other
went
guy.
in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I like Fronsac. Frontac's
Well, no,
badass.
he was good, but I
he had
wanted
the
Mark
double-
Dacascos in the finale as well. I was like, he was
Yeah, the two. I wanted double team of both those guys killing all those ass
because
wipes.
all you really got was the cave scene with Dacascos where he goes.
That was
but the
awesome.
other guy got that one where he drops into like I forget, was it all the guards in that?
No, it's
one
basically
room?
the entire cult was there.
The whole cult, and he sword fights them and shit.
Like
Like
he gets in his death scene, like he fights a lot before he gets.
He does fight a lot.
he does right
Most
before
of-
that,
yeah.
but he was kind of neutered in that one. Also, you get to see his ass a lot.
Or the
So,
introduction
there's
to
that.
him, like where it's raining and they got the hood.
That was
they got the
badass.
coat,
That was
and he
sick.
takes the staff and he does he uses it to fly kick. I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the cover I always remembered. They're in
And he's
that,
like-
the French outfits, and that's the only time they look like that in the movie. I was
Yeah.
like, God, it looks
Yeah,
so
when they
fucking
first
cool.
arrive or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's an
'Cause
awesome
you
movie.
just look at them on horseback. You're just like, these guys mean business. I'm gonna get out of their way.
I liked it.
Well, the Beast of Gévaudan was a real thing.
Yeah.
It
which
was.
is kind of cool.
It's just they should have just went practical. Part of it was practical.
It was.
The opening of that. I know
Yeah.
we're talking about a whole different
I
movie now.
know.
That opening segment of Brotherhood of the Wolf felt like a fucking horror movie. Where they go.
Yeah,
back
she gets
behind
dragged and
She
stuff.
gets dragged behind.
It's
the
like
boulder.
Jaws, but on land. It's like
Yes.
she's like flashing back and forth.
And they build it up so great, and then you get that reveal of it, and it is the worst fucking scene.
Well, it's Battle Cat. It looks like Sean and I were like, "Hey, it's Battle Cat with spikes. What is this?"
It's a bad version of Battle Cat with spikes. But
Yeah, they try. It's so beautifully shot and wonderfully acted, and the music and the atmosphere and everything looks so
'Cause it was
great. And then
shot
that
on
really
location.
crummy, the
Yes.
really crummy monster. I know.
Isn't it nice still just watching movies like just Crying Freeman and that, whenever you're seeing movies shot in real places? We talk about
Yes.
this all the time. You know, when you're saying, "Oh, look, it's something that takes place in the real world. It doesn't start
Yeah.
some fucking green screen." Like, I think the worst film of the past few years, and not enough people dump on it, is Quantumania, Ant-Man. Like, none of that. looks
Yeah,
real. The
it's
entire
terrible.
like shit. And
Yeah.
it's just, awful. And then
It
you
could
got,
have been a cartoon and ended up
yeah, and then
better than being
MODOK
live
was
action.
horrendous as well.
Oh
And
God,
just-
don't
that
get
was
me
terrible.
started about MODOK.
Yeah, that's a poopy movie. Like 300 is also fake, but that is done as a fairy tale and
Yeah,
a fantasy to tell. It's actually done as a story to inspire Spartan warriors to go to battle, and they're telling the story. So it's it's done in a magical way
Yes.
that looks like what you would dream of as this story is unfolding. There was these brave men led by one man, Leonidas, who went and fought the Persians, and there was 10 million of them, but only 300 at the gates. And but that's a style choice and like a way. Quantumania is just lazy. It's like super lazy. Nothing feels like it's actually happening or has any importance. Spoilers of the 300 all die, or what was the spoiler? What I didn't spoil it. I didn't
Brotherhood of the Wolf.
spoilers from like 400 BC or whatever. Wow, that I think the embargo
Movie's like
is
20
lifted
years
on
old.
that.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I think
It ruined it for everyone.
well, in
Everybody died? What?
everyone died, yeah, but no, the one guy survived to tell the story.
Yeah, it's the
so-
one guy, yeah. And then he leads
What?
the guys at the end. He's like, "Arr."
Oh, that was awesome. Anyways,
Yeah.
I love that movie. But yeah, you're right. Like you watch this movie, you're like, yeah, that looks like it's a real place. They set up cameras, and people are like there. Okay, lighting,
New
everything's good
locations.
sound. Okay, action. Then stuff happened. They took other shots. Oh, we've got another camera. Okay, let's get not like, okay, we'll just make it a cartoon. Yeah, Ant-Man could have just been a cartoon, and especially based on the horrendous performances and the story, maybe it should have been a cartoon, except it would have been a poor cartoon.
Well, and
but at least it would have been insulting.
it's one of the reasons why when people kind of look at us weird because we talk about some of these lower budget movies of the 80s and 90s where you're like, why do you love them so much? Because they're real.
Why
Yeah.
Like
not?
low budget
Why
movies.
do you not?
Right.
Yeah, why
High budget movies don't have the same feel as low budget movies of back then. I feel like we're going backwards half the time.
Like nothing gets me excited more is when somebody does something with nothing. That's what gets me excited. Like when you watch an action movie,
and it's
like they had $50 to make this movie. What? It's
like this movie went nuts with CG at the beginning and awesome. Like you nailed it, fantastic. But everything else matches the vibe. What's going for it? Now it's like, oh, we did all of it off of my iPhone, and then we put it in this app, and AI created all the other shit for it. Give me an Oscar. Fuck off.
This movie has atmosphere and a personality. That's what
it does.
It's a personality. That's a good word. Yeah, it does have a personality.
Nothing has personality because it's mostly content. I'm not going to say nothing because there are some.
There's outliers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like Crime 101 was actually pretty good. It was a little slow, and it's not really an action movie. It is more like a crime thriller, but it was in a real place. It was in LA. It felt like Michael Mann, and it was kind of sexy and cool and stylish. And there wasn't CG in it that I noticed, and it looked like it took place in the real LA, which was nice. But
yeah, he's a bit of a, but he's more of a. I don't want to say auteur. Well, yeah, I guess he's an auteur. He's not. Yeah, I just watched The Keep on 4K.
I freaking love The Keep. I've got it on 4K too.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Unfortunately, like so much of it was lost. Like
Michael Mann won't even speak about it in interviews.
You're like watching. You're seeing half of.
It's
insane.
The half you're seeing. It's like I tried to explain it to my wife. Like if I brought you guys over and showed you a movie that was 3 hours, but we only had 90 minutes to watch it. So I just fast forwarded and showed you just the best parts. And then you're like, wait a minute, how did they get together? Well, there's some things they got together. Don't worry, they're together now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like that's literally what this is. So it's discombobulated, but what's
it's a mess, but I love it anyway because Ed read the book before seeing the movie.
Nice.
So he was like, because what's the guy called?
Oh yeah,
not
Moloch. I just watched it yesterday. I can't remember the name. Whatever. That book was like 500 pages, and there's like little to no chance I'm going to be able to get through 500 pages. I barely did Lord of the Rings. So.
Oh, and you're gonna like awaken a spirit. You keep trying to sound it out or something.
Yeah, don't say it 3 times out loud.
But in the book, his name is Rassilon.
Oh,
they changed the name backwards if I remember correctly. So Ed said, and I was like, oh well, okay. So I kind of want to see the book now.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
You can buy it. Because I was watching The Keep, I thought let me see what the book is. How it doesn't. It's on Amazon. You can buy it in 2 seconds. But it's been published 100 times. But anyways, Mike, that's Michael Mann who tries to. That's a good example of a movie where. It really it is just like an art. That's more of an experience movie though than like a movie.
Yeah.
But these movies
are a vibe though. Like I watch them and I love the music and the way they're shot, the aerial shot photography of the city and stuff like that. You get into the vibe of it. It's like Blade Runner. There's certain movies where there's like an atmosphere you can get lost in. Crying Freeman is one of those movies too. There's that atmosphere to it.
The atmosphere in this movie was fantastic. I think that's what captured me the most, even though I didn't really understand what was going on. It's just everything about the movie just kind of melted together and it just worked. It's hard to put to words, like especially for something most people. I've never heard of this. Like I didn't even know this was anything Mark Dacascos had ever done, and just being dropped into this, knowing it came out in 95, guys. Like
that's crazy.
It's insane. A movie this good just disappeared.
I was thinking earlier though, like I was watching a movie and I was just thinking maybe the 90s might be my favorite period in terms of action movies. See, like the straight to video movies on the 90s, there were like thousands of awesome movies, and I was like, I could literally just spend the rest of my life watching movies from the 90s, the straight to video, like martial arts movies or whatever, and I would be happy.
Every Tuesday was new release day. It was a holiday every week.
It's like late 80s through the 90s. That's kind of like this window of what it is. But you also, you think about it, the 90s was the king of PM entertainment, and they kind of took the reins from what Canon was doing. New Image did a lot of them. I didn't even recognize the publishing house that did the whoever distributed this movie. I'd never heard of it. It looked like a TriStar horse. And it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think I agree with you. I think it's that late 80s to 90s. There's gold in there.
Yeah. And the thing was, they could tell us, like I watched, it was Bounty Tracker I watched earlier with Lorenzo Lamas and Matthias Hughes, right?
Nice.
I fucking love that movie.
And it has a dojo fight.
I love it with Leo Lee, and I was like, you literally just need a contest who has the more beautiful hair, Matthias Hughes, Leo Lee, or Lorenzo Lamas. It's just like a shampoo commercial.
I can see that. I
think Leo Lee wins this one.
Lorenzo has his tied up most of the time.
Yeah, for most of it, yeah.
Right.
But they all have fabulous hair in it, so I'm doing a little write up on that, which I'll post in the next.
But you watch movies like that, and then you're reminded of movies like Snake Eater that with Lorenzo Lamas, and you're just like, man, we had gold.
I like
we were living the high life back then.
And they were all like 90 minutes long or whatever. This was 90 minutes, beginning, middle, and an end. Straightforward enough story. Hateful villain. Matthias Hughes is fucking awesome in this. It's a great bad guy death at the end. There's lots of fight scenes. It fits everything in. It doesn't drag everything out with lots of unnecessary, boring story. But there's enough there for you to care about. And like his character's an absolute bastard as well. Like he kills a fucking guy in a wheelchair who he put in the wheelchair in the first place. It's like,
well, he had to complete it.
Right.
Hold on a second. Killer Pizza. Oh, dude, how's it going, Ray? This is Ray, who I'm on with Pete. Are you a member of my thing? You just become a member. Thanks, buddy. I super appreciate that. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. We missed you last night. Yeah, member. Oh, that's so great. Thanks, buddy. We'll be in touch. We're doing Tourist Trap next Tuesday, so we'll be in touch. Thanks, man. But I want to say, Owen, man, this is a great call because this movie, I never heard anything about it. What's actually really not depressing, but kind of odd is that the writer of this manga is the guy who did Lone Wolf and Cub, which is my Lone Wolf and Cub is my number one favorite manga. And I remember seeing the words Crying Freeman in his bibliography when I looked it up, 20 years ago or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that sounds weird. Like I thought like, that sounds good. Like maybe that's like
title sounds off. Like
it's weird. I was like, okay, but he did Old Boy. You guys know that one.
I know
Vampire. Does anyone know Vampire Hunter D?
Yeah, I used to have the video game of that. I think I had that from the PlayStation.
That's the same guy. That's the same
first
guy.
Anime I ever watched. Like my dad, we rented it, and me and my dad are watching this thing. We're like, "What is this? Yeah. This is amazing."
Yeah.
Before we continue, I forgot to say I watched the screener last night. I've had it for a while. I mean, it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I was like, I suppose I'll watch it because YouTube was down. I'll watch the screener, but it's coming out soon. Good old Wellgo USA, they're the best. So they're just always sending me stuff to review. And it's called The Forbidden City. And I posted a trailer for there, and it's like it's almost like two movies because it's like it's in Rome, so it's like half Italian, half Chinese. Mm-hmm. And it starts off the first 15 minutes is fucking awesome. It's an amazing fight scene, and she's awesome, and she's just total badass, and the fight scenes in it are great. But then it kind of changes and then becomes almost like a love story as it goes on, and then it's sort of the pacing goes a bit off. And then when I was it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and I was like, we probably could have cut some stuff here and there because I'm kind of bored now and I want to see her beating more people up. And the film's at its best whenever she's kicking ass. The characters were good, and there was a couple of twists, whatever. But I was like, eh. So I'm not supposed to review until March, but I'll give it 3.5 stars anyway. So spoiler. Okay. So I was like, the fight scenes are what makes the movie worth watching, and I like the fact that it's something different. It's like an Italian Chinese martial arts movie. I was like, what? So it's kind of cool. I would definitely recommend checking it when it comes out.
I've seen the things for that too. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It look kind of neat.
Yeah, the trailers make it look more action-packed than it is, though. I mean, there are some good fight scenes in it when they do happen, but sometimes you can go 20-odd minutes without an action scene or whatever, and you're sort of like...
That's a little long. You search
for something that's supposed to be an action movie.
It's like Crying Freeman has a romance story. It's like the heart of it, And
but it never stops for more than a few minutes.
Exactly. It flows with it to where you're like, I don't even mind. This is actually really good. I like this love story in the middle of all this chaos going on.
Well, it's not... the people who made it know that the people watching it have seen other movies. Does that... That sounds right? Yeah. It's okay.
There's
we don't just
that the audience.
Right. We get it.
Yeah.
You see her there. He sees her. Gee, Have I seen any movies before? I wonder if they're going to get together or not. No, I've not seen ever a movie in my life. So it doesn't need to be drawn out. It's done through her voiceover. It's done through her painting. You could see in her painting. And her paintings, like that painting is it's like her best painting, right?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, so clearly she's had some sort of connection to this person. The souls have connected or something. Like, it's obvious. And then they get together. It's like, it's obvious. It's done in a way. And then as soon as they have their moments, we're right back into the plot and the action, and it goes right from there. And then she's in there. And it's like, you know how it's going to play out. Like, you've seen movies before. So sometimes I think these people think that they need to indulge themselves. It's like, it's like they like the sound of their own voice. Like, I'm just going to keep making it's like, oh, here's more scenes of this. It's like, I got it. Like, they're together and move it along or whatever.
Yeah. So does your friend, is it Ray? Does he want to join us?
Did you want to join? Yeah. So Ray, I am not the host tonight. Owen is the host tonight. You want him to come in?
Go on.
I can send it. You can.
That's right. Go ahead. There you go. I'll if anyone else tries joining, I'll decline them. So.
Yeah. All right, Ray, come on in if you want to come. I didn't know you knew. I didn't know you knew what this was. Anyways, I didn't. Ray is a horror movie collector guy, so we do horror streams on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, I'm always happy to have other people on.
Yep. And he's got like 500 or something. He's only a novice in collecting, but he's got promise. Or, once you get to the 2,000 or 3,000, then you can come back to my dojo. I'm not accepting anyone under 2,000 DVDs or whatever.
Not quite to the power level of J-Man. Just
yeah. Is anybody though?
Yeah,
not really. Yeah.
But I have not. I even bought Predator Badlands on 4K. That's how stupid I am.
I almost did today.
I need to pick that up. I didn't know that was.
I had it in my hands today, and I'm like.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even see it. Come on, boys. You got to do better. You got to do better.
I haven't seen it either, but I was also like, I bet it'll go on sale soon. Yeah.
So does it have a French writing on it, Jay?
What's that?
Does it have the French writing on it?
It does. A moment of silence for the garbage cover.
It's on Disney Plus, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm probably not going to
Ours doesn't have French on it, does it, John?
No.
Ours is voiced over by Ron Perlman the entire fucking movie. That's how American
that would be way more awesome.
Yeah.
With my Fu Manchu mustache or whatever. He had the
I did like that his mustache fooled the one Japanese guy. I'm like, really? The pompadour hair and the mustache is fooling
I thought
right
it was
now.
What he was doing. I thought it was going to fall off or something. They'd be
I was like,
they're on to us.
You're like infidel or something. But no.
I will say though, when they shot fire out of their mouths from the
that was so cool.
Sake, that was cool as shit. And they kept hitting the guy.
And then he did it again.
He kept taking the damage. He kept like having Bugs Bunny burn marks over his face. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, that guy just kept coming and coming and coming.
It gave it that feel that maybe he had a bit of a power to him, but he could still get hurt. It's because he's been shot, stabbed, everything, caught on fire this entire time.
Also, that scene whenever they come in and they cut the guy's finger off? There's something terrifying about that whole location. I was like, was it shot in Little Tokyo or Big Trouble in Little China? I can't remember. There's like a scene that takes place in something like that. And
Big Trouble in Little China felt like a little warehouse type thing.
Yeah, but just I thought that area of just with like the water, where they're like sweeping the water. I was like, what even is that place?
Sweeping the water,
yeah. It looked.
Yeah, what was going? Yeah, that was.
I didn't quite understand what was going on there. I was like, wait, why are they sweeping this water?
Getting paid to do that?
That was Big Trouble was like that. There's that warehouse, and when he opens the door, and there's a bunch of them. He's like, I think we're surrounded, right? Yeah. That was a very interesting location. There's a lot of cool, because it's taking place in a lot of different unique locations that are also real. It sparks your imagination and it feels more adventurous. That's one of the we touched upon the negativity of having all CGI fake places. There's no sense of like movement, like just to beat up Quantumania again. Even though I think it sucks, I don't think it's nearly as bad as some of the other ones, but it's still bad.
Same here, yeah.
But like, it doesn't have a sense that you've gone anywhere.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you haven't moved in the movie. Like if you watch any of the old James Bond movies, you felt like, oh, this is a new.
That's the whole appeal of them, the international locations or whatever.
Yeah, right.
You're traversing the world.
Like, oh, you're in Rome or China or wherever.
And even if you can't do that, you can at least give me unique looking places that I can remember what happens. Right,
well, like this movie, you were in Vancouver at the beginning.
Yeah,
so you were in Canada, then you end up
raining. Shocker.
Yeah, so there's a lot of places, but I also like that the spot Owen's talking about was these were just people that paid for the protection of it was the Chinese gang they were supposed to be protected. So they were attacking them to get the notice of the Freeman and the Chinese gangs. So
to send them so that they'll send him
a message. Like they weren't like drug makers or dealers or anything. They were just regular people, and they were fucking with them and killing them and cutting the dude's ear off and shit like that. I was like, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, because her ambition was that if you draw him, because they're not going to send him in for bullshit stuff. They're only going to send him in if it's like a real problem, like a big thing. Like, let's call him. It's like Batman. You don't call him, my wallet was stolen or something, right?
They killed the boss's son. Now you're going to go kill the boss. And, and then to find out that it was the Japanese that were kind of facilitating.
Yeah.
When he kills the guy through the flowers, just
that was cool.
That was so freaking cool.
That was a great
yeah. So her ambition is actually driving all of this stuff. She first of all, she's screwed. If the Freeman goes and says everything, like, she's gone. That was the blackmailing. It's like, and then it's like I like that there's like this weird deal at the end, and there still is honor. And even though Ron Perlman tries to renege on that and says, "Well, I didn't make any deals," like that. But the thing is she's like, "Yeah, but it's all about honor." Like, this is a thing. This is another thing too, that once you get into the Japanese stuff, which you guys have watched all the movies, and once you start reading even the mangas, you get into this, like, there is that sense that it doesn't get broken for anything. Like,
right.
And you might question it. Even with 47 Ronin. Yeah, you guys have all seen that with Keanu Reeves. Yeah. So I remember we saw
as well.
Yeah, so remember we saw. I don't know if I knew at the time, but I saw it with our buddy Steve, and Steve was like our Steve here, and he wasn't used to this kind of thing. And he's like, "Oh, they all come back and they all just get killed. They all die." I'm like, "Yeah, that's how it goes." Because he goes, "Yeah, but they proved their master. They proved the master was innocent or whatever." I was like, "I know, but it doesn't matter. The fact is that they did a wrongful act. It doesn't matter that our morality says that, oh yeah, well, they proved it. That's not how it goes. You've dishonored it." Even in Lone Wolf, there's a part where this guy's protecting the Shogun, and he leaves. He breaks the circle to attack, and then he's disgraced. And it's like, you're not supposed to leave the Shogun's side. He goes, right, but if I didn't leave the Shogun's side, we would have been enveloped, like, and died. They all would have died. We would have died, but because I broke the formation to go out, I was able to save him and save most of our guys. So you think, oh, that's a hero now. It's like, no, you broke the formation. So he asks Lone Wolf, what should I have done? He goes, well, you're supposed to live to die, right? Like, you're supposed to die for your Shogun, but you should live in order to die. I think, is this Ray joining? Yeah, Killer Pizza.
Looks like it says device not connected though.
Give him a minute. Maybe it's internet. But anyways, yeah. So like they had that sense of honor here. I think North American audiences aren't used to it. They might, like, why not just kill him? Like, who cares, right? But that's not how that. Like, she made that deal in the end. You're like, oh, that's the deal. That's done.
She was honor bound. Yeah,
she's honor bound. The fact that the white guy was great because he's like, well, screw that. I'm not gonna. Well, I didn't make these deals.
I didn't make the deal, but the way she pulls that gun out and fires, and then she's like, I did.
I did, and
that was awesome.
And she's willing to kill her partner, who she did like him. I would assume, like, she liked him. There's something there. And she killed him because of this honor. It's like,
I love that she has a sense of honor, and I was like, great. Now I'm kind of rooting for her. It's like,
right, yeah, but she's dangerous. I love
that. Making me feel something.
But no,
feelings.
Yeah, well, and that's a lot. That's kind of like the odd thing about this is like, it's not really stories about good guys. Like, yeah, he got like pulled into this, but now he's kind of like Winter Soldier. You say a couple of words and he'll go around and kill everybody. So there's a gray area now on who's actually good, who's actually bad. And when she like turns, because she's like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you if you turn your back on me. And when he pulls the knife out of her, after saying, if I pull this, you pull that knife out, you will die. And then she's like, fuck you. And he pulls it out going, now the timer's ticking. I can either dress because he dresses the wound. I was like, that's awesome. But it's like, that's how serious he was. He's like, I'll kill you. It's fine. Or you can turn this message and we can work together. Although it does leave it a little weird that he does blow everything the fuck up right where he left her. You know, you're just kind of like, it would have been nice to see a shot of her like further away.
She's a ninja. She's out.
She flew away. She's fine.
Ninja, but she was like right there. And then the time, I forgot about the bomb. Like you're watching this whole ending and all this stuff. And then that shit happens. I'm like, this is awesome. And then it shows the timer. And I went, that fucking thing's still going.
Yeah, that's never. Like they show 3 minutes, and then it's like, I think it's been 10, but I'm not.
It was close to 10.
I hate when they do. They should show the timer after they shouldn't show it in the beginning to put that. Anytime there's a timer in a movie, I start mentally doing math. I'm like, okay, wait, it's been 2 minutes.
Should have went off by now.
Yeah, it should have been off by now.
The movies that do it real are the ones that are great, where you're like, that was 5 minutes actually. Also, I'm sure it had importance in the manga, but I'm also like, that bomb was useless. Like, why did you set the bomb off? What point did that make other than to just destroy everything?
I know he destroyed all of his cool shit.
All the cool stuff. Go get the weapons. He had a commando shed in the temple. It's awesome.
Well, she says, more are going to be coming. So they had to destroy it, basically, all trace of them, and then move off and find somewhere else to hide it, basically.
I'm going to build again is what I'm going to do if I'm
and he destroys all evidence as evident by the gun. Even the gun, he uses it in the one time.
Okay.
I think it's a very starting from scratch every time, right? Like,
I like that.
He's like, I've put it all behind. We start again, and now I'm this.
Because that's the way he's describing it to the woman. Is like, we want to be done. We will disappear. We're done. But then the voiceover comes over of the girl, and she's talking like, we may be running, but they're still going to come. They're still going to try and find us.
Well, because there's 4 more volumes.
Well, I'm sure they were hoping for a series.
They were probably going to make more movies. They're like,
wait a minute.
In all honesty, if you could go back in hindsight, just eliminate that voiceover, and it's a perfect ending to the movie. Like, they're just going to go and live their life and be done.
Yeah. Killer Pizza. Let's see if we're only going to be on for another like 10 minutes or so, buddy.
We're pretty much wrapping up.
We're pretty much wrapping up, man. If you can hear us,
if you want to join us.
You'll have like 2 minutes. Canada shuts down at 9:30.
Yeah, going at 9:30. We all turn into pumpkins at 9:30.
Sean's actually out there rolling up the sidewalks right now. He says shoveling, but that's a Canadian.
I hope that the guys watched this movie because, I know Sean. I think Sean had, and we talked about it privately. Sean, I don't know if Steve ended up watching it. I hope the guys watch it. Like, I know sometimes life gets in the way. It's difficult. Yeah. To watch some of these movies if you haven't seen them before, but this one is definitely worth it. It's very short, and it feels short. It's easy to watch.
Yeah, this was a breeze.
And Dacascos deserved to be a huge star. He definitely got a bum deal, but at least thank God for John Wick 3. That kind of brought him on the map.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's the best part of 3.
But he did Iron Chef as well, and that will have brought in the Reddies. That was
Iron Chef was a steady paycheck.
That was a hit, so he did all right. So. And we'll get to meet him in June. I hope
he did Dancing with the Stars. So there
did he?
And Dancing with the Stars.
I never watched that, so I couldn't tell you.
He did pretty good from what I didn't. I think I saw some of them on YouTube, but
cash in checks, brother. Cash in checks. No one's gonna fault you for that.
Gotta pay the bills, baby.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. Well, if you're a martial artist, you can dance as well. It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme does ballet,
and he does and he does this.
There you go. Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Although I think in this movie he's rivaling how many times Van Damme's shown his ass in all of his movies. Versus
there's a lot of cheek shots in this.
There's a ton of cheek shots.
He's proud, man. If you're proud.
But that manga is massive. Like, it's nudity all the time. I was
Crying Cheek Man. It should be cool.
Yeah.
I read one of the things they were like calling it a goof or something. I was like, I don't think it's a goof, but they said where he's nude in bed with her, and then immediately he has a jock strap on. I'm like, well, yeah, because we're watching him on top of a door. Unless you want to watch him hang dong for the next 5 minutes in this fight, put a jock
the guy's mouth as he walks through. Like,
they did ultimate feedback and shoot him.
But they are fully nude in the manga. They all are fully. And there's a scene where he's training some women assassins, and and they're fully nude too. Like,
are they like Barbie dolls where you don't see it? Like what are they show?
Oh no, you see everything in
Dude,
in
mangas.
manga.
You see it all. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Loaded Weapon 1. Yeah. Oh god, I need to watch that again. I love that movie.
It's called the unmotivated butt in the moonbeam walk. I love Loaded, and Al tries to throw these quotes in to see if he can get me on these, and you failed every time, Al. Just to let you know. But anyways, we appreciate the trying. But no, yeah, the unmotivated. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I'm taking one of these unmotivated butt in the moonbeam. Loaded Weapon 1 is very funny.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to give that a watch soon. I haven't
very
seen it in years because I can cover that in a site because it's like a parody of action movies.
Oh, yeah.
This generation does not know how great Emilio Estevez was.
He's awesome.
You watch those in the Hot Shot movies, and it's a great night, man.
See, you see, Al, you thought, you keep trying, keep trying. Keep trying.
You just be a real cop and you blew it.
I like when they're like, we breastfed together. It's like we went to the force together. Well, we were in the academy together. Before that, we breastfed together. What are you talking about? That's Sam Jackson, man. That's nice comedic, good comedic role. And I liked Free Jack. That was such a cool movie.
Cool.
Free Jack's cool.
That was a cool movie. Yeah, and also, nobody talks about Judgment Night that much. I thought that was pretty suspenseful.
Judgment Night is fucking amazing. That was such an important part of my life in the 90s. I listened to that soundtrack all that. I still do. Like Come and Die, I listen to all the time, particularly from the Babbitt, which is a lot. I listened to it a lot. It was such a tense movie. Dennis Leary is brilliant. He's a scary bastard in it.
Don't move. Don't whisper. Don't even breathe. Yeah.
And then that scene when he throws Jeremy Piven off the roof. You can try to lowball me. And he's like, no, I don't try. Yeah, you did. And then throws him over. You're like, and then you hear the head like crack in the wall on the floor. You're like, oh Jesus,
man. There's an actor you don't hear much about anymore, Jeremy Piven. Man, he was everywhere in the like late 90s, early 2000s.
What was the show?
War just recently. He was great.
It was like someone that's like Entourage or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, was he on that? But he was a show where it was about like, wasn't it about like a store or something? Or am I thinking he was on some big show? It's like one of these Netflix shows.
I watched him in a movie recently. I can't remember what it was.
Was it Entourage then? Maybe
he's in Primitive War. He was on Primitive War.
I know he's in Prisoner of War. It was something else, like literally, like the past few weeks. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. That's the
one. Primitive War. I said Prisoner of War. Primitive War. That's what it was. It's Primitive War. Yeah. Because
I haven't watched that.
He's definitely had hair transplants. Because like in the 90s, he was like nearly bald, and all of a sudden he's got this thick head of hair, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should get that.
Boom. I like super Piven under the bus. Piven. Whoosh. This is like random attack on this guy's hair.
No, it was not an attack at all. I was like, you know what? That's good. I would have gone to that myself because I got received.
If you got the money to do it and the time, go.
Absolutely, I would too.
Just shave it. Just shave it bald, man. Go Jason Statham.
18, man. I shaved it off. Never looked back.
It's not bad anymore. It used to. It's like follically challenged or whatever.
I remember my mom's like, she's like, you have receding hair. We don't know where you get that from. I'm like, I don't know. So
well, I have a big forehead, right? Even though it is still 4, it's still 4 fingers. It's not a 5 head like Sean says. People have a 5 head, but it's like
4.
I was like, screw it, shaved it.
I just don't want to comb my hair.
Ideas, that's all, Jay.
Yeah. Sorry,
you're just a man with big ideas. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's bursting out of my head or whatever. Right. It's got to like fit in or whatever.
Yeah. You're ahead of things. Anyway.
Trying to get it's not that the way to get ahead in life or whatever.
Ahead of the curve, yeah. Well, sorry, Ray, you kind of missed it tonight, and you kind of disappeared. So you can come on anytime, though. I can get Jay to send you an invite or whatever. But
sure.
In a few weeks, we're going to do Knockoff and then Stone Cold. I'm not sure when. When I get back from holiday, so
we'll let you know.
Break for a couple of weeks, and I know Charlie, you want to break for a couple of weeks, don't you?
Yeah, I need a break. We've been doubling up recording because one of my co-hosts is like going to be traveling almost all of March, so it's been literally like record. My wife's ready to kill me.
Yeah. Well, enjoy some quality time then. So we'll take a break for a couple of weeks, and we'll come back. And we'll talk Knockoff, Van Damme, and that should be fun. So that should be good. Does anybody else have anything cool coming up in your various channels?
I'm streaming every day.
I have to record.
First of March is our 5-year anniversary episode. Been talking for 5 years, man.
Congratulations.
Long as doing Batman 89. Just going with a classic.
Shit, this August is 11 years since I started it.
Damn.
I don't even know mine.
You're like 15, aren't you, Owen? You did.
It was January 2011. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you're 40 because I started. My daughter's as old as my website is because I did it when she was born. So you're 4 years born. Yeah.
So I think my first video was the review of John Carter. So that was 2012. I don't know what month John Carter came out. Summer.
I like John Carter. I remember.
I like it.
I saw it in the cinema.
Listen, people talking that movie. I get mad. I'm like, Taylor Kitsch should have been a bigger actor. That's
Thank you. Battleship.
That Terminal List
awesome.
series.
If you could take a fucking game like Battleship and build that into something like that,
I thought it was kind of cool. I thought Battleship was all right.
Awesome. The score is amazing to that.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
And I'm like, why do people not like this movie? It's like
I don't know. That's a weird one to because I got the Blu-ray on that. I thought it was pretty. I saw it in the theater. I was like, this is kind of neat. Like I don't know what you wanted out of it. I don't know what people wanted.
I thought what they were fighting was badass. I
like the other one too. What was the other one that came out? That Los Angeles battle.
I love that movie.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was pretty cool too.
That was besides the Has Fall movies. That was Aaron Eckhart's foray into
That's who it was. Aaron Eckhart.
I liked those. Did those come out? I don't know. For some reason, I put those two movies together.
We're around the same thing.
I liked that too. Yeah.
American Assassin too, didn't he? The Taylor Kitsch.
Yes, he was the he was the rogue soldier that he went.
He's like an agent or something like that. They were trying to.
Oh, I never saw this. Was that good?
Scott Adkins was in it, and he got unceremoniously killed in that freaking restaurant. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, the Terminal List, Dark Wolf. He's in that, and Terminal List with Chris Pratt. Those are just TV series in Prime. Those are good. I actually prefer Dark Wolf. I thought that was really cool.
I just started watching. I'm on episode 3.
Yeah, Dark Wolf. Where's that on? Sorry,
Prime. You got that. Watch Terminal List and then Dark Wolf. And those are really cool.
Oh, Terminal List. Okay, and then the second one is called Terminal List.
Dark Wolf is actually a prequel, but you're better watching that after. Because it leads into
so you know what's going on.
I just started watching Lioness, Zoe Saldana, and the fucking action is hot in that movie.
I've watched some of it, but I just haven't had time to.
I keep seeing clips of it. Like I'm interested in watching it, but
I saw clips for it.
And Taylor Sheridan's in it, and he's like bulked up, and he's like Mr. Rambo at the beginning. It's fucking hilarious.
It's awesome.
All right, well, we'll finish up there then, boys, and I will see you when I'm 48. Oh no! So in a couple of weeks.
Happy birthday, sir!
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday!
Thank you kindly, and we'll see you then. So enjoy the break, guys, and enjoy the quality time, Charlie.
I appreciate it.
All right, and if you are watching, you are the Action Elite.